For more, let's bring in the Heritage Foundation's senior economist, Peter St. Onge. Peter, always good to see you. We're talking tariffs today. Okay, so Republicans lost the vote in the House. It means they can't protect the president from Democrats wanting to vote against his tariffs. I get that they don't want to have any melee in Congress. Does it really affect the president's tariff agenda until we get the Supreme Court ruling?
Not at all. It was essentially a symbolic vote. And, the issue is that Congress has been deadlocked by the filibuster for decades. They don't do anything about trade. They don't do anything about the border. They had years and years. They don't do anything about securing elections. And so Trump has used emergency powers to fix a lot of these things. So specifically, that's the issue here. That's why the 3 Republicans voted against him. In a perfect world, maybe Congress would be able to fix all these problems, but in fact, it's not. And so I think that that's really the issue here is with a deadlocked Congress, nothing gets fixed in Washington. This is why across party, Congress polls something like 20%. That's just below dysentery. It's dysfunctional. And Trump is really the only guy in Washington who is getting anything done.
Before we move on, Peter, we got the receipts and outlays statement from the Treasury. I am the dork among all dorks, so I dig into this. But looking at the receipts so far this fiscal year, so this is through January, so you're 4 months into the new year. If you're looking at customs duties, it's $118 billion. It doesn't sound like a lot of money when your individual income tax receipts are north of $900 billion. But on the margin, this money, given the interest that we pay on our debt, which is roughly $100 billion a month, it's important, is it not?
Oh, it's absolutely a chunk of change. And, zooming out, if somebody's going to pay taxes, I would love foreigners to pay them. What we've seen in the tariffs so far is 80 to 90% of them have been eaten by Chinese exporters. I say keep it up.
And I want to point out customs duties so far in 4 months are higher than corporate income taxes by about $6 billion. So again, we're giving incentives for U.S. companies and sticking it to foreigners. I've kind of found that delicious.
This is the only place you get customs duties updates in America, actually, this show,
See?
Just so you know. Hey, I'm going to move on from that scintillating topic, though, to Senator Bernie Sanders. He's doing his best to cripple America's efforts to win the AI arms race against China. Listen to this.
I'm going to introduce legislation for a moratorium on data centers, and data centers are the infrastructure for AI. I think we have not a clue. We are totally unprepared for what is coming. I think we got to take a deep breath. We got to slow this thing down. We got to work on international treaties with China and other countries. But I think people have not a clue about what is coming down the pike with terms of AI.
Do people care about the power aspect of this? Like, is my electricity bill going to go up? But, you hear Bernie Sanders talking about kind of hitching up with China on AI. You wonder about his motives a little bit, Peter. What do you think?
Absolutely. Deal with China on AI. Good luck with that. This is fundamentally a power grab. Bernie wants a protection racket, so AI remains as biased as social media was the past couple of years. Bernie Sanders has called AI, quote, the most transformative technology in history. He loves AI. He's got no problem with AI. His issue, what he's been pushing is, another quote, democracy needs to catch up. Now, when Bernie says democracy, he means the government. Fundamentally, his issue here is that he wants government to control AI. He's going to set up this protection racket and hold up the goodies until they squeak. That's what he's after here. The notion of cutting a deal with China's not going to give up any ground. If we slow ourselves down, they're going to gobble up our lunch. And the notion that we're going to have some, happy agreement with them is, he's got to know that's ridiculous.
Right. And for some old coot who went on his honeymoon to Moscow in the Soviet Union, this is on brand, even at his age. Peter St. Onge, thank you.